Another thing I want to ask you about, guys, this Mr. Kalyanaraman has started two-wheeler ambulance, right?
Yes.
So regarding that, now we want to know more about.
Yes.
Please tell us that.
So basically, right, I started this initiative of educating people on giving way to ambulance. So many times when I am on the road, I notice that there's an ambulance and people don't know what to do.
What to do? Yeah,
it's not
right.
their fault, right?
Yeah.
It's just that there's no education around it or there's no awareness around it. So either they move to the right or either they try to tail the ambulance. So the thumb rule across the globe, I'm not talking only in India, across the globe, is you move. So when it's a right-hand driven country, right, we move to the left and stop. In a left-hand drive country, you move to the right and stop. The ambulance will always take the lane on the extreme left or the right.
So means thing is that in India, as we are left drive,
right if there is we are right-hand drive. We drive on the right-hand side.
Right-hand drive. Right. Okay, sorry. In the car, right-hand drive.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are. If there is an ambulance, we are supposed to stop.
We need to move to the left.
Left. We will move to the left
and stop.
Yeah. So ambulance will travel through the right side.
Right. Yeah. It will always use the right lane on the road. So every time that's the first lane. So the divider, the lane next to the divider is your first lane. Lane next to that is the second lane. So you move to the second lane and stop. Let the ambulance pass. Till the time it is not out of your sight, you shouldn't be moving. So that should be the way you should give way to it. Because earlier, when I started this initiative, right, so I came across a situation and that's where this initiative took birth. Or
it came into your mind.
Yeah.
That baby took birth in your brain.
So I was traveling once and at Senapati Baput Road, right, from the NCC ground, it was completely jammed until the signal at Patrakar Nagar.
Yeah.
Right? So what happened is I was near the NCC ground and there's an ambulance there which had come from Bandarkar Road and took a right. And the road was completely clogged.
Okay.
And there was no way for it to go ahead. So I don't know what to do. But somewhere the instinct said, no, now you need to
do something.
I parked my bike on the footpath. I ran up to the signal to Patrakar Nagar. By that time the traffic was moving a bit. The ambulance might have come a bit ahead. I went there and I cleared the traffic for that ambulance. It took me roughly 10 to 15 minutes to kind of get there and clear it. When I cleared the traffic and the ambulance passed by, there was a family member in the ambulance and they folded their hands. And it was just a fraction of a second. But I can't forget that. It just got etched in my brain.
So that is the appreciation you got, and that is a real appreciation we can say that okay, yeah, due to you, we able to move faster.
Yeah.
And he can save his life.
Yeah.
So that is right. Okay. Then tell us.
So what I did is, after that incident, it was on my mind. I said, I need to do something for this. So what can I do? So I said, let's do one thing. The very basic thing that I can do is, I put a board on my motorcycle. So I put a plate on my motorcycle saying, always give way to an ambulance, empathize, someday it could be you. Right? So we don't know. Tomorrow even I might need it. I might have to get into an ambulance and go.
Yeah, you can.
I started putting up that board and I started educating people. I said, let me start putting this as an awareness. I started educating people as to whenever you see an ambulance, move to your left. And people started noticing that board when I started traveling on the road. And they started taking pictures. And that's when the media started kind of taking it up. So Times of India covered me on their second page. Yeah, so they covered me extensively for that stuff. And there are other medias also that kind of covered it. There have been television media also that's covered it. So that was a cause that I felt very close to my heart, because the family member who was in that ambulance, the folded hands and the eyes that I saw, it was something that
spark
gave
you
me an
got.
energy. It said,
That spark you got.
yeah,
no,
yeah. It said that you need to do something.
Yeah,
and I believe very strong in the deeds that we do, right? In our life, right? We as humans, you're destined to be here. And the second thing is, you have those number of breaths that you're given. You can't take a breath more, or you can't take a breath less. You have to breathe those many times. So you have been given that, and once that is done, you
have to do. But before that, do something for the society.
Yeah, and that was the thought that I carried.
Then about biking ambulance.
So basically,
how that now?
Yes,
maybe took birth in your.
So as I said, right, Mr. Anil Vade, so he had a concept. So this concept is his concept. It's his brain child that he brought up together, and he said. So he said, we've got these bikers, right? They're swift, they're fast. So before I say that, I need to correct myself, because nowadays people feel bikers are the ones who do stunts, are the ones who go fast. So when I say fast, is like we can navigate and maneuver through heavy traffic also. Being safe and making other road users feel safe, right?
Yeah.
So he realized that, okay, these people can be beneficial. Let's utilize them. So he came up with this concept, and we started this during Palki and Ganpati.
Palki and Ganpati.
Pandharpur Wari that goes.
Because in Pandharpur Wari, everybody is walking on the road.
Yeah.
No space for the four-wheeler to move fast. So in that, two-wheeler can work.
Yes. So what his concept was, like we bridge the gap between the four-wheeler ambulance reaching the spot. We as bikers could pick up a doctor, take him to the location. In the meanwhile, the doctor gives first aid to that patient, and the ambulance can reach the spot. So we are bridging the gap and trying to minimize the time where the ambulance is reaching and the patient is also getting stabilized.
So means in biking ambulance, as you are telling that, okay, let's say there is one emergency in the Dindi or that Wari.
Yeah.
So that person or that patient is somewhere in the mob.
Correct.
Four-wheeler ambulance cannot reach there in time. So till that time, you can take your doctor with you on your bike, and you can move fast.
Correct.
With honk and telling that, okay, there is an emergency, okay, go. They also get to know now that, okay, there is an emergency, give way. Okay, you reach there, doctor is giving first aid to that patient. Till that time, this ambulance will reach.
Correct. Yes.
So means you are not carrying that patient on your
No, we do carry them. So that is the only time in my life, right? I feel there are two times. That's not the only time. In my life, only twice you would see me breaking a rule. One is when I see an ambulance at a signal, I'll jump the signal for that ambulance. Second is when I'm at the Wari, I would do a triple seat. Which I would not do in any other time.
No, it is an extreme case. In extreme case, nothing matters. Save the life of that person.
Exactly.
Patient.
So what we do is, we either take the doctor, or if the patient is really critical and we need to move him to a closest hospital, we make the patient sit in between. We have the doctor behind, making sure the patient is fine
and stable.
Yes.
Because if he is weak, he cannot. He will get wobble. Then you can meet with an accident. You may crash. Rather than Baba, doctor, hold him. I will ride.
So that is where the biker instinct comes in. So Vadi sir's intention of bringing bikers was the same reason, because we are so swift and we are so agile with our motorcycles. So the motorcycle is our playground, right? When I'm on the motorcycle, I'm the most confident person, and my motorcycle, I'm super confident, and I know how my motorcycle, I can talk to my motorcycle. That's where the biking thing.
And one more thing is, when you go for long distance biking, or you have covered, let's say, 1,000 kilometers or 2,000 or 10,000, 20,000, 1 lakh kilometers, then you get the catch on give. How can I increase the speed? And how I can reach that destination in less time? So since how many years this bike ambulance is working now?
So this started in 2014. We started in 2014.
11 years.
It's been 11 years.
So how is the response?
So the response is amazing. As I said, right, a lot of media has covered us.
दिवे घाटामध्ये संत ज्ञानेश्वर माऊलींची पालखी जशी यायला लागते, तसं तो सोहळा बघण्यासाठी सगळ्यांनाच आनंद वाटतो, प्रसन्नता वाटते. टाळ मृदुंग हाती घेऊन विठू नामाच्या गजरात माऊलींची पालखी घेऊन वारकऱ्यांनी दिवेघाट चढायला आता सुरुवात केलेली आहे. या दरम्यान वारकऱ्यांना कुठल्याही इजा होऊ नये म्हणून अनेक सेवेकऱ्यांनी हात सरसावलेत. त्यांच्या आरोग्य सेवेसाठी घाटात बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्स सुद्धा दाखल झाल्यात. या ठिकाणचा आढावा घेतला आमचे प्रतिनिधी विशाल सवणे यांनी.
ज्ञानेश्वर माऊलींचा पालखी सोहळा सुरू आहे. जगद्गुरू संत तुकाराम महाराजांचा पालखी सोहळा सुरू आहे. सकल संतांचे पालखी सोहळे जे आहेत ते आता पंढरीच्या दिशेने मार्गस्थ झालेले आहेत. पंढरीची वाट चालू लागलेले आहेत. काही ॲम्ब्युलन्स उभ्या केलेल्या आहेत. ॲम्ब्युलन्स म्हणजे ती 4 चाकी नाही तर ती 2 चाकाचे ॲम्ब्युलन्स आहे. आपण या ठिकाणी पाहतोय या ॲम्ब्युलन्स इथं उभ्या आहेत आणि या ॲम्ब्युलन्सवर लिहिलेलं आहे की ऑलवेज गिव्ह वे टू ॲम्ब्युलन्स, एम्पॅथाइज, सम डे इट कुड बी यू असं लिहिलेलं आहे. त्याचबरोबर पुढे एक ॲम्ब्युलन्स आहे इमर्जन्सी आणि अशा एकूण इथं मला वाटतं जवळपास 3 ॲम्ब्युलन्स आहेत. एकूण तुमच्या किती ॲम्ब्युलन्स आहेत अशा बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्स?
आता आपण इथे सेवेसाठी आलेलो आहोत आणि या सेवेत आपण काय करतो की जेव्हा 4 व्हीलर ॲम्ब्युलन्स इथे गर्दीत येऊ शकत नाही तर जर का एखाद्याला गरज पडली, मेडिकल हेल्प लागलं तर आम्ही काय करतो इकडनं त्यांना घेतो आणि तिकडनं आम्ही त्यांना घेऊन जाऊन डायरेक्ट एखाद्या जवळच्या ॲम्ब्युलन्स किंवा जवळच्या दवाखान्यापर्यंत पोहोचवतो.
कॅमेरा पर्सन निलेश विशाल सवणे, झी 24 तास, दिवेघाट.
संत ज्ञानोबा माऊलींची पालखी आज दिवेघाट पार करणार आहे. यावेळी वारकऱ्यांना कोणताही त्रास होऊ नये यासाठी बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्सच्या माध्यमातून सेवा दिली जाते. पुण्यातील IT क्षेत्रामध्ये कार्यरत असणारे काही हौशी तरुण ही सुविधा देत आहेत. नेमकी कशी आहे ही बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्स पाहूया.
मी आता दिवे घाटाच्या वरती पोचलोय. हा 4-5 किलोमीटरचाच घाट आहे पण अरुंद रस्ते आणि प्रचंड वारकऱ्यांची गर्दी, म्हणजे अक्षरशः महापूर आल्यासारखी गर्दी. अशा गर्दीत जर कोणाला काही होतं, कोणाच्या तब्येतीचं काही होतं तर काय केलं जातं? खालून वरती किंवा वरून खाली जायला खूप म्हणजे 1 दिवस लागू शकतो, इतकी प्रचंड गर्दी आहे. पण याही गर्दीत पुण्यातले काही असे तरुण आहेत जे बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्सचं काम करतात. त्यांची बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्स नेमकी कशी काम करते ते मी जाणून घेणार आहे त्यांच्याकडून. सगळ्यात आधी तुमचं नाव सांगा आणि तुम्ही कुठले, तुम्ही काय करता ते सांगा.
माझं नाव कल्याणरामन आणि मी एक IT प्रोफेशनल आहे आणि आम्ही हे दरवर्षी हे उपक्रम चालवतो जिथे आम्ही स्ट्रीट सेन्स आमचं एक ऑर्गनायझेशन आहे जे RTO पुणेकडनं झालेले वडील साहेब आहेत त्यांनी ते चालू केलं होतं आणि त्या उपक्रमात आम्ही सगळे बाईकर एकत्र येतो आणि एक सामाजिक काम म्हणून आपण काहीतरी समाजाला परत दिलं पाहिजे या हेतूने आम्ही जे वारकरी जात आहेत त्यांना जर का काही मेडिकल इमर्जन्सीची गरज पडली की आम्ही त्यांना आमच्या मोटरसायकलवर बसवतो आणि त्यांना जवळच्या हॉस्पिटल किंवा जवळच्या रुग्णालयापर्यंत पोहोचवतो आणि किंवा जवळच्या 108च्या ॲम्ब्युलन्सपर्यंत पोहोचायचं आमचं मेन काम असतं.
बड़े सालों से हम इसमें एक एम्बुलेंस ऐसा 2 व्हीलर चला रहे हैं. ये वारकरी के लिए भी करते हैं और गणपति में जब भी मिरनुक होता है इनका विसर्जन के समय तभी भी करते हैं. ऐसे जो भी अपने महाराष्ट्र के जो महत्वपूर्ण फेस्टिवल्स है उसमें हम बरोबर से भागी लेते हैं.
कॅमेरामन गजानन बालापूरकर सोबत मी मयूर बोरसे, ABP माझा, दिवेघाट.
ABP माझा, उघडा डोळे बघा नीट.
संत ज्ञानोबा आणि तुकोबा यांच्या पालख्या आता पंढरीच्या दिशेने रवाना झालेल्या आहेत. सध्या मी दिवेघाटात आहे आणि दिवेघाटात वारकरी आपण पाहतोय. माझ्या उजव्या बाजूला या दिंड्या यायला सुरुवात झालेली आहे आणि हा संपूर्ण प्रवास, हा सगळा जो रस्ता आहे तो गर्दीने खचाखच भरलेला असताना अशा वेळी जर या वारकऱ्यांपैकी कोणाला इजा झाली, कोणाला रुग्णालयात जर दाखल करायचं असेल तर अशासाठी म्हणून जिथे गर्दीच्या ठिकाणी मोठे ॲम्ब्युलन्स जाऊ शकणार नाही त्यासाठी पर्यायी व्यवस्था म्हणून वारकऱ्यांच्या सेवेसाठी अशा पद्धतीच्या बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्स या वर्षी या वारीमध्ये सामील झालेले आहेत. काही सेवेकरी आहेत ज्या अशा पद्धतीनं बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्सच्या माध्यमातून वारकऱ्यांची सेवा करणार आहेत. माझ्यासोबत हे सगळे सेवेकरी आहेत जे मोठ्या ॲम्ब्युलन्स पर्यंत गर्दीच्या ठिकाणावरून या बाईकवर एखाद्या वारकऱ्याला इजा झाली असेल तर तिथपर्यंत किंवा रुग्णालयापर्यंत घेऊन जाण्याची त्यांची ही सेवा ते करतायत. काय सांगाल, कशा पद्धतीने हे कार्य तुमचं सुरू आहे आणि काय याच्या पाठीमागचा हेतू आहे?
मराठी
क्या आपकी भूमिका ये सब शुरू हुआ है, आपकी क्या मनोकामना है?
ये हम बहुत सालों से कर रहे हैं। जहाँ 4 व्हीलर एम्बुलेंस नहीं जा सकती वहाँ हम पेशेंट्स को इसके ऊपर बिठा के अपने साथ बांध के हम लोग ले जाते हैं जहाँ भी उनको पहुँचा सके। ये कुछ अर्ली आवर्स होते हैं, एक बहुत क्रिटिकल समय होता है, जैसे जब किसी को जरूरत है तो वो समय पे हम बरोबर उनको डॉक्टर के पास पहुँचा सकते हैं। हम डॉक्टर नहीं, लेकिन ये एम्बुलेंस हम लोग चला रहे हैं बड़े सालों से और ये बहुत इमरजेंसी में हमने ये बहुत कारगर साबित हुई है। एक 4 व्हीलर को इतनी भीड़ आप देखेंगे अभी जैसे जैसे सब डिंडी आएंगे ये रोड पूरी भर जाएगी, फिर एम्बुलेंस निकले कहाँ से? कितना भी सायरन बजाओ कुछ भी करो, लोग अपने इतने ध्यान में रहते हैं कि उनको सायरन की भी आवाज सुनाई नहीं देती। उसमें हम किसी तरीके ये 2 व्हीलर जो है निकाल पाते हैं।
मला सांगा कशा पद्धतीनं हे कार्य तुमचं सुरू आहे आणि काय तुम्ही कुठपर्यंत सेवा देणार आहात? तुम्ही सगळे कुठून आहात?
तर आम्ही सगळे बायकर आहोत आणि आमची सेवा ही वारकऱ्यांसाठी आहे आणि आम्ही या वर्षीच नाही गेल्या अनेक वर्षे हे उपक्रम चालवत आहे. स्ट्रीट सेन्स नावाचं एक आमचं ऑर्गनायझेशन आहे ज्याच्या अंडर आम्ही हे काम करतो. तर ते वळीव साहेबांनी ते डेप्युटी आरटीओ होते तर त्यांनी त्यावेळेस याचा उपक्रम चालू केलं आणि या उपक्रमाच्या माध्यमातून त्यांनी सगळ्या बायकरना एकत्र जोडलंय आणि सगळे बायकर जे काय इथे सेवा द्यायला येतात ते सगळे बायकर या हेतून येतात की आपण जितकी सेवा देऊ शकू तितकी सेवा देऊयात. तर आमची सेवा जी द्यायची पद्धत आहे ते आम्ही काय करतो की 4 व्हीलर अँब्युलन्स जिथे जाऊ शकत नाही तिथे आम्ही सगळे एकत्र जातो, जेणेकरून आम्ही त्या पेशंटला आमच्या सोबत बसवतो आणि जवळच्या जवळ जर रुग्णालय असेल तिथे पोहोचवतो किंवा जवळच्या 4 व्हीलर अँब्युलन्स पर्यंत पोहोचवतो.
आपण पाहतो ह्या बाईक्स आहेत, या बाईक्सच्या माध्यमातून ही सेवा या सगळ्या डॉक्टर्स लोकांची बाईक जे रायडर आहेत त्यांची सुरू आहे. कशा पद्धतीनं तुमचं हे काम सुरू आहे आणि काय तुमचा अनुभव राहिला हे सगळं काम सुरू असताना?
बेसिकली आमचा मेन एम पेशंटला लवकरात लवकर हॉस्पिटल किंवा ॲम्ब्युलन्समध्ये पाठवणं असतं. तर अनुभव फार चांगला राहिला आहे. बाईक ॲम्ब्युलन्स फार उपयोगी झालेल्या आहेत आणि एक अलाइड माध्यम म्हणून ते फार उपयोगी ठरतात. आणि बेसिकली सगळ्या प्रकारचे पेशंट्स आम्ही बघतोय, इंजुरीजपासून डिहायड्रेशन. मागच्या वर्षी आम्ही कार्डियाक अरेस्ट पण काही पेशंट्सला मदत केली होती. तर बऱ्यापैकी चांगला प्रतिसाद आहे आणि उपयोगही होतोय लोकांना. तर
आपण पाहतो ह्या ज्या सगळ्या सेवेच्या त्यांच्या गोष्टी आहेत, इथे जी मोठी अँब्युलन्स आहे या मोठ्या अँब्युलन्स पर्यंत जर ही गाडी जाऊ शकत नसेल तर त्या ठिकाणी हे सगळे लोक बाईकच्या माध्यमातून पोहोचतात आणि ज्या वारकऱ्यांना गरज आहे त्या वारकऱ्यांना रुग्णालयापर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचं काम करतात. कॅमेरा पर्सन आदर्श मी ज्ञानेश्वर चौतमल, साम टीव्ही न्यूज, दिवेघाट.
A lot of media. The reason is because I feel people need to know about it.
Okay.
And if people don't know about it, the services can't be availed. Right? The lot of people every year I come across so many cases that we attend. So it's not just me, but a group of our biking community.
So how many guys are there in your group now?
So last year we were around 30 of us.
30.
Yeah, 30 of us.
So you decide the distance, or you every time these people you are with Wari?
So what we do is we do the seva till Pandharpur. So when the Wari starts from Anandi or Dehu, it comes to Pune. So Anandi Dehu being very close to the city, right? Medical facility is
easily available on the road,
right?
Yeah.
So, and being a bigger city in Pune, that facility is easily available also. Once the dindis start from Pune and they start heading towards Saswat,
Yeah.
so that stretch is the most crucial stretch. So they go through Diveghat.
Diveghat, yeah.
So
Right.
Diveghat is a place where it's very, very, very steep, and we've got bigger ghats now. But when you walk that ghat, it is steep, and people when they're walking, and the people that are walking in the Wari, right, are people who are not very young. They're senior citizens, right? Their bhakti or their devotion towards that God or getting to that temple is so high. And I get goosebumps just talking about it, is because I have seen them so close. The moment they reach there, they take a darshan of the Kalash, and many of them leave also. They don't get into the temple also. So these people are so pure. When they get up that ghat and they're climbing up, they either start feeling their blood pressure goes high, or maybe some of them, we've come up with cases where they've got a mild heart attack, or a cardiac arrest. There have been patients who have completely gone unconscious. So those patients are so doctors try to revive them there. But if they can't revive them, the only option for them left is, because with the limited facility, is to move them to the closest hospital.
Put in ICU.
So now a patient who's completely unconscious, I can't move him on a motorcycle. So what I can do is, I would put him on my motorcycle, I move him to the closest 108 ambulance, or the closest ambulance that can take him to the closest hospital. So the closest hospital is the PH hospital in Saswad. So I get them to the closest ambulance, because the ambulance can't get into the crowd. Because everybody's climbing up. If I have to come against the flow, it's very difficult. And only a two-wheeler can do that. Right? So what we do is, we take him to the closest ambulance, and the ambulance will take him to the closest hospital. So we bridge that gap. And our motive is to make sure that we just bridge that gap. So we are not acting as doctors there. We are not trying to treat the patients. We are just trying to be a medium, or a mode to bridge the gap. That's it.
Less time. So save the time. So it is really good initiative, right? So all you 30 bikers, let's say, you go with Wari and reach their Pandharpur. And then you come back, or you come back with them.
So what we do is, right, everybody is working professionals. So it becomes very difficult to kind of dedicate those 1 month time in that Wari. So we split our roles, right? So if I'm available during this weekend and the Palki is in Saswad, then another 4-5 bikers would volunteer for that. Then there'll be a group of 4-5 of them who will volunteer for the next step, the next place where they'll stop. So it could be Jesuri, or it could be Indapur, or it could be Fulton.
So you bike from here, Pune, to that point.
Yes,
and you are that responsibility to start, and it will end when you finish that, and you will come back. Then you will continue your regular routine. So really a good one.
So we've been doing this during Ganpati also. So the Ganpati festival, on the procession day, the last day of the Miravanu, we are stationed at SP College, and we tried doing it. So the motive of bringing this together was to give back to the society, because everybody is doing something or else in their life, right? We want to make sure that we want to give back something that would benefit others' lives. Making someone's life better itself is an achievement. You don't need to be patted at your back.
Good thing is that you are having that in your mind. Okay, if somebody's life gets saved, or he is in good condition, then it is you feel good about that. Okay, I saved his life and he is good. And in return, you don't want anything. You just, we saved your life. Stay calm, stay happy. Okay.
Sanket, to say, right?
Purpose is achieved.
To say, I have received so many blessings during this Wari. The amount of blessings that I've received itself is an achievement for me. It's the biggest achievement that I can't...
Feel good factor.
Your dopamine I can't get it even if I have that money, right? People with that pure heart who are traveling this distance, and this is... so the people who might not know, right? So the Pandharpur Wari is the only gathering where no one is invited.
No one is invited. Everybody come on his own. If he feels through his mind, then only he'll come.
It's a self-driven interest that they get there, right? And these people who are there are all pure souls.
Pure souls. Their money
they're there because they don't want anything. The only thing they want is they want to complete that
Wari
walk,
and go and meet.
And they want to go and want to take darshan of that
Lord Mauli. So this is now you are coming with so many this one and everything, so many friends and everything. So okay, friends, now this is the second part where we discussed about his mission, and through that so many new ideas come up with, and he is associated with different groups and RTO also. So now we'll discuss about another new thing in the next part. Till that time, namaskar.
Namaskar.